Hey Tyler, Matthew here with FreePrescriptionLenses.com, and I'm going to show you how I do the combo set with your Ray-Ban 2132 new Wayfarer color 945, which is the honey crystal black and the 52 eye size. And as I mentioned in the email, this is the very last honey crystal that Ray-Ban had in stock in Italy. This is the original packaging, your Ray-Ban case, your Ray-Ban cloth that always comes upside down for some reason, more often than not. And then your Ray-Ban frame with the little B15 sticker on there with the lenses that come with it. And they put a little protective sleeve on there when they ship it to me. If they think that's a good idea, then I'm going to ship it to you with the second sleeve on there so you have twice the protection. But for now, let me pop everything out. Your original heavy glass lenses. Your frame is going to be so much lighter now. I'm going to put your frame into your Italian frame into my Italian Santinelli LE1000 patternless edger. The stylus is going to come up and trace the shape of your right lens, and then it's going to move over and trace the shape of your left. Here at FreePrescriptionLenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy a frame and you get free clear prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses, just so you can have the geek chic look. So I'm going to pull your shape up on the computer. Now if these were prescription, I'd put your pupillary distance in, but instead I'm just going to have it match the frame. This is a polycarb lens being cut for a, oops, I passed it, a Zyle frame, which is an old school name for plastic. Let me get your lenses ready. Here are your high quality non-prescription lenses. I'm going to pop one lens out. In fact, let's go ahead and do both at the same time. Throw that in there. Now this is a chuck that's going to hold your lens in place while it is cutting. I need to put a little, attach that to your lens, and believe it or not, Post-it note. Well, 3M, the same people who make Post-it note, make these little stickers. I'm going to pop that on there. The black side is the sticky side, so I'm going to stick this on one of the blocks. And once it's attached, I'm going to pull the tape away to make this side sticky and stick that on your other lens. I can do a better job of that, putting that in the middle. There we go. So I'm going to put your lens into the chuck, or as I like to say, the Charles, because I don't know it well enough to call it chuck. But the first thing that's going to happen, apart from my bad humor, is these calipers are going to come down, and it's going to trace the shape of your right lens out onto this lens to make sure it's large enough. It's starting on the concave side of the lens first, and then it's going to move over and trace the convex side, which sits away from your face. The actual cutting wheel is down here on the bottom. It's that lighter color wheel on the left. It acts like a very heavy grit sandpaper that's going to grind away your material. This wheel in the center with that channel is what's going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I will have to close the door as this is cutting, but for now I just want you to see as your lenses touch down onto the cutting wheel. It is now 7:21 on Monday, May 19th, 73 degrees in my hometown of Durham, North Carolina, at least according to my Samsung Gear 2 watch. Now, by the way, your lenses are made out of the polycarbonate material, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. More importantly, it is virtually unbreakable. It is bulletproof up to 22 caliber and has both UVA and UVB protection. So you don't have to worry about popping your lenses in and out. And here's how you're going to do it. You're going to see me do this several times in the video. But to put your lenses in, I have the frame where the temples are facing down and the lenses are upright. And I always like to work on the side closest to me. I'm not trying to reach over the frame. But you just tuck your lens in at the outside corner, then using your thumbs, you just press down. Come on now, don't embarrass me on live TV. And make sure it's in there right. You press down and they snap right in. Same thing, I'm going to flip this over, tuck it in at the outside corner, and then using the thumbs, you press down, it snaps right in. Now to take them out, I turn the frame where it's pointed downward. It's always with your thumb, it's always at the nose, whether you're always going to be pushing down with your thumb at the nose. So I'm right-handed, I grab the frame with my left hand, and I place my thumb there and put my other thumb on top, and I push, and out it comes. Same thing on the other side. I grab it and I use my thumb to push down, out it comes. So there is that, and we're going to be doing that. And let me go ahead and get these labeled. I've got your brown gradient lenses here too. You're getting several sets of lenses. So again, you tuck it into the outside corner, press down at the nose, it snaps right in. Tuck it in at the outside corner, press down at the nose, it snaps right in. Now you have the gradient lenses. Let me pop one of these out, and I'm going to put the dark lens back in, the solid brown G15. So you have a gradient on one side and the solid lens on the other. Now I need to pop them all out. Let's see, that goes with that one. This one goes with that one. Okay. Now let's make sure this one fits. Well, this is almost done. One more thing I'd like to do before trying to insert it is smooth off these rough edges that are there. So I'm going to go over to this handstone, put on what's known as the safety bevel. I'm going to use my thumbnail to scrape all that off of your lens. And then once it's all off your lens, that little swarf, I wipe it on the floor. Whee! Now let's make sure this fits. Again, just like before, tuck it in at the outside corner. Using my thumbs, press down at the nose. That snaps in perfectly. So let's go ahead and cut your left lens. Flip that over to left. And take this block off. It is no longer needed. Return that back to the bin. Pull the sticker off. And we're halfway there. I just want to dry your lens off and give it a quick inspection. Oh yeah, no blemishes, no nothing. So, I've already got the brown gradient lenses labeled. I'm going to do the same thing for the solid brown. These are the Ray-Ban 2132, size 52, and it is the brown B15 lenses. So there's that. One thing I want to do with the original lenses before I ship them to you is clean all the... Ray-Ban puts a little bit of adhesive around the edges of the lenses. I'm just going to give everything a really good cleaning before I send them to you. I'm going along the outside of the lens to clean the peripheral there. To dry the lens off and do a real quick inspection. I already inspected the brown gradient. They're good to go. I just want to hold up the solid brown lenses that came out of there. And we are perfect. Just going to put your little B15 sticker back on there. There we go. And then these are going to go into a little protective sleeve. These are the same sleeves that the multi-billion-dollar labs send me my lenses, particularly the invisible bifocals with transitions, anti-glare, polarized lenses. This is how they send them to me, and I'm going to recycle them and send them to you instead of throwing them in the landfill. And I encourage you to find a use for these too, instead of just throwing them away. Because I was demonstrating these, I need to clean my fingerprints back off. We are good. That is clean. Slip that in the case. Fold it over for twice the protection. Slip that in that sleeve. And you now have two sets of lenses. And of course, you're going to receive these with the clear ones in there. So you have the B15 solid brown and the brown gradient. The lens is almost done. It's just getting its final little rinse to clean away any optical sawdust. So that is that. Clean that up. Back to the handstone for the safety bevel. Just take off any of those rough edges that are there. Smooth everything out. Use my thumbnail to scrape all that away. And then wipe it on the floor. You know, it makes it look like I've been working. My wife comes in, isn't that right, honey? My wife comes in and sees, oh, look at that, look at that. Good thing I have the carpet. And being a concave lens, it fell on the flat side. We are good to go, but don't you worry. I'm going to give a final inspection on here. And again, just like before, you tuck it in at the outside corner, then push down at the nose. It snaps in perfectly. Let's take that block off. Hopefully you got better grip than I do, but while this is wet, it does get slippery. I'm just going to hold everything up and inspect real quick. Now we're looking good. We're looking real good. So that is that. And one last thing I want to do before shipping to you is make sure this is in standard alignment. Now 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But until then, I want to get it in standard alignment so that when I press down on it, it is in 3-point stance. That 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I press down, there is no wobble, where I have one ear that's higher than the other, so that's why my glasses wobble on the counter. There is no wobble on yours. Flip it over. Do the same thing. I want to close each temple and make sure they overlap perfectly and the same amount of tension on each side, and there is. So that's that. If anyone has any questions, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com, or simply click the contact me button on the website. And Tyler in Goldsby, Oklahoma, I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut lenses for your Ray-Ban 2132 color 945, the Honey Crystal, which this is Ray-Ban's very last one in the world. So take very good care of these. You can still get them in the 55 eye size, just not the 52 that you and I wear. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and everyone else got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.